Okay, getting there. Well over halfway. Okay, change the subject. So we've got y is equal to g root x plus h. And we want to change it for x. Okay, so we want x to be the subject. So if I said to you that g was equal to 2, x was equal to 3, and h is equal to 4, okay, everyone would instinctively, I hope, say, okay, well, that's 2 times root 3, in fact, instead of 3, sorry, I'll make it a nicer number. Let's make it, I don't know, what's a nice one? 25 or something, okay, 25. Okay, 25, so we root 2 times root 25 plus 4, okay, so we do 2 times 5 plus 4. The 2 times 5 is 10, plus the 4 is 14. Okay, so when you're given numbers, people seem to be quite happy with the order we do the work in because you're doing your bid mass, yeah? You're doing your brackets, indices, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. And actually, these two, doesn't really matter what order they go in as long as they go together. So you can multiply and divide, or you can subtract then add, but you need to do division and multiplication and then addition and subtraction. Okay, you can't divide, add, multiply, subtract. You need to do these two together and these two together, but you can mix them round. Okay, so multiply, divide, subtract, add is no fun. Okay, so everyone seems quite happy with that, but when we suddenly go in the opposite, when we try and rearrange it, people get kind of confused. Okay, now what we're almost doing is everything backwards. Okay, so if you think what we've done there, I'll maybe, yeah, if you think what we've done there, we've done g times root x plus 4. Now, the first thing we actually did was do the root x, yeah, and then we did 2 times that, and then we added on 4 at the end. So we did this bit, then the g, and then the h. And we want to do that in the opposite direction. Okay? So see if you want to ever, if you're ever confused and you think, oh, I'm not quite sure what to do, just put some numbers in and just say, well, how would I work this through, like logically, and just as normal, and then you're just doing the opposite. Okay? So like I said, we did the h at the end, so I want to do the h first now. Okay? So y minus h is equal to g root x. Now minus, because we're always doing the opposite, so I'll put a wee line down here, call it working line, and we just do the opposite of what we see. Okay, so there's plus h, so we're going to minus h. So what we're effectively doing is taking away h from both sides of the equation. So if we take h off this side, it disappears, but it appears on this side with a different sign. Okay, and then we're going to do the g. Okay, so we're doing g times root x, so we're going to do divide by g. Okay, again, if you think about it, we're dividing both sides by g. So I divide by g here. Let's just do it, divide by g. Okay, on both sides. It appears on this side, and on this side it just cancels the g's out. Okay, so that's why we're doing this opposite. It's okay because we're doing it to both sides of the equation. It means it cancels out. Okay. Next one. So that gives me y minus h divided by g is equal to root x. Now, how do I get rid of a square root? The opposite of a square root is just to square it. Okay, so little square sign. So if we do root x squared, we'll have to square that side as well. That just becomes x, doesn't it? The root sign would disappear. If you do root 4 squared, that's root 4 is 2, squared is 4, just back to the original. Okay, so there's two things to remember here. It's the order we do it in, and it's doing the opposites. Okay, and this is why we do the opposites, because we're applying this to both sides. If I take h away from both sides, it gets rid of it on this side, appears on that side. If I divide both sides by g, it gets rid of it on this side, and it appears on that side. So that's another way of thinking about it. That might be helpful. Okay. And then you know what you can do. So before, what did I say? I said g was equal to 2. I said x was equal to 25. And I said h was equal to 4. So let's try that. Y Oh, sorry. But yeah, we said that y came out as 14. Then we worked it out. Okay. So if we do 14 minus h, that's going to give us 10. Divided by g, which is 2, is going to give us 5. And 5 squared would give us 25, which is what we said. So if you actually give them all numbers, then you can even check you've done it right as well. Okay. So the marking scheme is very straightforward. You got a mark for the h, a mark for the g, and a mark for the squaring. Okay. Okay, indices. Firstly, let's just quickly go through some of the indices rules. If I've got A5 times A4, I don't have A20, I've got A9. Okay, because what that really is A, yeah, times A. So I've got 9 A's in the end, yeah? Okay, if we divide, we're taking away, okay? So I've got A to the 9 divided by A to the 6. That leaves me with A to the 3. Because again, you can think of that as A. I should have picked a smaller number. 1, 2, 3, so yeah, 9 divided by A. Yeah? So then your A's would cancel out top and bottom until you're left with 3. Okay? So that's the multiplying, that's dividing. If we've got the power, if I've got A squared cubed, it's not going to, that's a bad example actually. If I've got A squared to the power of 4, it's not going to give me 6 like I had before. It's going to give me 8 because now I'm multiplying these. Okay, it's going to give me 8 to the 8. And again, that's because we're doing A squared, which is AA. And if it's to the power of 4, it means we're doing, so that'd be squared, cubed, and then to the power of 4. So I've got AA's, don't I? Okay, so that would be just A. This would be A squared squared. This would be A squared cubed. And this would be A squared to the power of 4. Okay, so yeah, you're just you're multiplying the indices for that. The other one, let's see. Oh yeah, the one that everyone forgets is so say it's 1 over a to the x. That is a to the minus x. Okay, so if you see a to the minus 5, that is 1 over a to the 5. That's the only other rule that people forget. Okay, so with that in mind, 2/3 pi to the 4 squared. Now here, say we just did p4 squared. That's going to be p8. Okay, so that's 1 mark for knowing that part. Okay, I'll just check the marking scheme. I'm sure that's what it says. Yeah, but we've also got 2/3 in there. Okay, so we need to remember we've got a 2/3. Now, if I had xy squared, we'd end up with x squared, y squared, wouldn't we? Okay, because what I'm going to do, xy squared is the same as saying xy times xy. Yeah. So we just do the exact same for the 2/3. Okay, this is the same as saying 2/3 p to the 4 times 2/3 p to the 4. Okay, so the p to the 4, we're multiplying them, so we just add the powers, p to the 8, or in that case, 4 times 2, or 4 plus 4. Yeah, so that's us done them. And 2/3 times 2/3, 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, nice and straightforward. So just try and think what the question's asking you. You know, what does it mean if you're squaring that? You know, what is that? And that's how it would look. Okay, some people could just do that right away. I mean, there's different ways to think about it, just to satisfy yourself that you've not made a mistake. Okay. Have we got time for one more question? Nope, I'll do that in the next video.